What a game, though. Baltimore and Pittsburgh.
Yeah.
That is, yo, from the first game to the last game, this season fed. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, 100%. 100%.
It was pretty
We
good.
started off with Dak Prescott getting spit on, and we ended with fucking...
It's wicked behavior out here.
Yeah.
Wicked behavior. Damn, son, what we got here?
You know, little sausage, egg, and light cheese.
Light cheese.
I have to bully Dunkin' Donuts into giving me a half a slice of cheese instead of the full slice.
A half a slice? You
And
have to
they're like-
bully them?
And they're like, what are we going to do with the other half of the slice? I don't want to throw away. I'm
Eat it.
paying for the fucking full slice.
Yeah.
Like, shove it up your ass. I don't care.
Word, like I need something.
We ready? All right, bet. All right, 3, 2, 1, and welcome. Oh my God, hold on. That was you heard that welcome. I've never sounded like that. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, and welcome everybody back to a different conversation. This is a different sports show, episode 137, and this is a special episode, fellas. Why? It's because we're on your screen again. That's why it's special segment. But I'm here with Kem. I'm here with Matt. I'm Thomas Saxby. And as you guys know, the NFL playoffs literally start tonight. Yes, this is Saturday my bad. The NFL playoffs have already started. So we're recording this on Friday. There's some games on Saturday. So, forgive us for the lack of knowledge on what happens on Saturday's games. But we will have this out for the Sunday games. We have such a slate of games this weekend. We're going to talk about all of them. We're going to talk about basketball because a lot of stuff is happening in basketball as well. And anything else that, may come up on here. So make sure you guys subscribe, leave some feedback. You're not going to have another place with better laughs, everything different. And most importantly, I fucked that all up, but I'll fucking edit that. It doesn't matter. We're on your screen.
What's going on, bro?
This is a special occasion, man.
Okay, all
This is a
right.
special occasion.
All right.
Who wants to kick this
My
off?
boy came onto the set drunk today. Everyone
man.
know it.
Oh,
It's gonna be in the headlines.
This dude is intoxicated.
I need help, bro.
yes, I've been doing this every day
Like,
for 10
All
years.
honesty, I need help. That's just adamant that I'm fucking drunk.
Whatever was in his Dunkin' cup was not
I
seltzer
didn't
water.
have a straw, man. I didn't have a straw.
He
That could have
was-
been it.
He was double cupping it too. Don't.
Yeah, bro, I was leaving Dunkin' Donuts and, my fucking straw, because I was carrying a bunch of shit, flew off of where it was and landed in front of a
Crackhead
crackhead.
saw him fucking drop that.
I looked at the straw, I looked at the crackhead, I just went in my car, bro. I was just like, yeah,
He
fuck
picked that
it.
straw back up and he put it right back into his drink. Don't let him tell you anything.
I put it into the crackhead's
This dude
drink.
is a fraud. I'm just.
We just started. All right, sports. Who wants to kick this off?
Y'all crazy, man.
Kim's like, these fucking kids, man.
Man, it's all right, man. I enjoy it, man. We've been bugging for a minute, man. It's kind of cool, man. But listen, I'll kick us off,
Yeah,
right?
go for it.
Let's kind of do this, right? Because as y'all see, we brought the laptop again. Make sure y'all like,
Yes.
comment, subscribe.
Yes,
I brought the laptop this week because, guys, I wanted to bunk a couple of myths, right? I want to have some fun, right?
Mythbusters.
Listen, right? Because we New Yorkers or East Siders, East Coasters, whatever you want to call
East
it, right?
Side.
But listen, the reason why I
Till I
wanted to
die.
debunk some shit right now is because we're kind of halfway into the NBA season,
Yeah.
per se, right?
I would say, yeah, we're about
Okay.
30, 35.
We're
Yeah,
like
just about.
36,
Yeah,
37.
yeah, just about halfway there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But the West
It's crazy already.
Oh yeah, what the
hasn't
fuck?
been better than the East because of the weather. All right, the fights, the flights, or the vibes, right?
Okay.
It's better because the West is actually more violent, right? I want to kill a myth. I became a West Coast basketball, let's say a Laker fan.
Yeah.
Some of the things that I'm about to say to you guys,
Okay.
right? So listen, the East spent decades on cruise control, right? What they look like, if you have the best player, you're basically going to go to the conference finals and probably the East
Bare
Coast
minimum.
finals, right?
Yeah,
Bare
fair.
minimum with the best player, right? It kind of breeds laziness if you actually look around. And that best player, if you see, there's always talks about trade or the one to get out, but that player won't ever say anything, right? It breeds teams built on
You're cooking
names
right now.
instead of solutions.
You're
I'm
cooking
happy,
right now.
I'm happy that y'all paying attention, right?
You
But out
cooking.
West, you don't see none of that, right? Names don't save you, my people. Systems do. Depth does. Two-way players do. All right?
Talking
Coaching
that shit.
does. Because if your weakness exists, it will get hunted. as we see. All right. Now, every night by somebody just as talented or sometimes twice as prepared. But again, no shade to the East where I live, but these are just the facts, right? This is why the West, fellas, has become the league's lab. Right?
Yeah.
It's the laboratory, right? All of the teams out there, we got a few on the East that are trying it right now. Listen, man, we got a few on the East, just a couple, you know what I mean? Kind of trying to do it right now, right? But the West is actually a lab, bro. And it's a fire lab, and it's hard not to be a fan of West Coast basketball. That's how I wanted to open it up today. It's not about the flights. It's not about the weather. It's literally about the violence. You understand what I'm saying? And these guys is trying to, you know.
So the only thing I will say that counteracts that, which I do agree with what you're saying, the East is cruise controlled since the Celtics birds, real talk. Like real talk. Like
I mean, the only real underdog final stories that you get have been, I mean, think about it. Jimmy Butler, Heat East, Dwight Howard, Magic East, Allen Iverson, 76ers East.
But everything else has pretty much been like,
you know, you got a juggernaut coming out of the West every year.
Yes. The East made stars, the West made answers.
Ooh.
But
calm down. You gotta save some pussy for the rest of us.
He said he ain't the center of attention out there, man. He lying.
Episode over. The coldest line has already been said.
But the only thing I will say to counteract that in recent time is that the East has, like what you were saying, as long as you got the best guy, you're at least making it to the conference finals. Giannis has not been able to do that in a long time. So, yeah, as far as right now, everyone's experimenting. And Giannis is easily the best player in the East. Easily. And that motherfucker still can't get over the hump. And that's just because there are 8 stars over there, man. The East don't got big stars. And so, yeah, everyone's trying to just fucking throw also, players at each other like, yo, hey, see if this works. See if it's not working.
Well, I mean, also, like, in the East, there's a lot more places that are cold that players don't want to play for rather than the West. A lot of it's, you know, mostly in California, you know, Arizona, you know, Texas and shit like that. So I think more players do want to play in the warmer weather.
Teams on its own.
Yeah, and then, like, the hot weather teams in the fucking East, you know, the Magic and the Heat, like, they're not big, attractable locations.
They're destinations for sure.
But not more destinations than, like, you know, the Lakers and the Clippers, Spurs, Mavericks,
I will say about Florida,
Rockets.
the reason why they were at least a destination for a while is just because, bro, that no tax, no state tax mean a lot to these motherfuckers.
Oh, yeah. We're talking millions.
Yeah.
Millions of a difference.
So
what you got? So
I wanted to talk about this. So think back for the last 10 seasons.
Damn.
There's a specific player, he's only scored under 10 points 10 total times in his last 10 seasons. This season alone, in only the first half, he's done it 4 times. And that's, you know, under 10 points, that might not matter as long as you're contributing in other ways. And this guy has not seemed to have been able to do that. I'm talking about the one and only Karl Anthony Towns. And so he's gone on record saying he doesn't know his fit in the offense. Him and Mike Brown have butted heads over the first stretch of the season. They say right now they've mended fences. Who knows if that's true? It might just be media training. And I feel like the game Knicks versus Clippers that just happened is a real good showing of how, like, weak of a player he is as far as like trying to figure out his game. Because he scored 20 points, had 11 rebounds, he had 7 assists, which is a bright spot as far as like, against my point. 1 steal, 1 block, but they came to him. He wasn't hunting for them. And so, but those 20 points, it was on 33% shooting. He was 0 for 4 from the 3. He had 8 free throws, so that really helped him. And so I don't know what the intensity is out of his fucking mind. Like, he has no intensity. That shit left the door in the playoffs, I feel like, and it hasn't came back since. So I just wanted to, do you think anything's going to happen, pretty much? Do you think he's going to get shipped? Do you think something's going to happen with him?
I mean,
especially with him and Mike Brown not seeing eye to eye.
I think it depends on what happens this year. I don't think it'd be trade deadline unless tensions get so crazy to the point where you got to trade him. But the Knicks are invested. I mean, they invested in Cat. Leon Rose, he's going to keep what he has until he absolutely has to ship it, and then he'll make a good deal. But when it comes to Cat, man, like what I've noticed with his game is and it was the same thing in Minnesota, if it's not Cat ball, you're not getting anything out of Cat. Cat has to be one of the focal center. And I get it. You know, he's a big player. He shoots threes. He's a big man. Like, it makes sense. It's just in the case of Cat is that when he's giving you everything on offense, he's giving you nothing on defense.
No,
Even when he's not doing stuff on offense, it's really hard to get anything out of him on defense, which puts a lot of strain on Mitchell Robinson because he's the one that has to come in and do all that. And you can't play Cat at center. Like, if you put Karl Anthony Towns in at your center position, it's bad news. And that's why the Timberwolves had to go out and get Rudy Gobert when they did. And that's the first and only time you'll ever hear me defend that trade. But that's just what Cat is. I mean, it's like it all comes down to Jalen Brunson. That's what it's going to be for the Knicks. And
is that enough?
I have a lot of trust in it.
Okay.
But it's just the difference between Tibbs and Mike Brown is that Tibbs, he forced the ball through Cat and Brunson. Mike Brown's trying to create more of a team environment.
Yeah,
and Cat does not work in team environments.
Miles McBride, since he came back from injury, he's averaging like 16, 17 points a game. He's doing good. OG and Michael, they're still just like some nights there, some nights not, but they're at least playing defense to help. Mitch Rob is doing everything he can as far as defensive help. But what do you think, Kim?
Well, man, I kind of said it at the beginning of the season. I told you he was going to be out of here. You know what I mean? By trade deadline.
You did say that.
At the end of the day, I think that there's some ebbs and flows that come with Cat. I think that Tom kind of, summed up some of it. A lot of it I think that he could work in a Mike Brown offense because Cat is more efficient in a space type of offense anyway than what Mike Brown wants to play. He just wants to play up tempo. He just wants it to be up tempo and good shots, right? So at the end of the day, that fits Cat, but with Jalen Brunson being still a ball dominant person, that's why you are going to see a diminished Cat. But Cat can also get it if he wants to, but a part of what you said, you know what I mean? He doesn't want to actually have that diminished role, I believe, because Jalen Brunson literally is the star. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, he's the star and deserves to still be ball dominant in a space-efficient offense.
That's the thing with Cat is, Cat had the chance to be the guy in Minnesota. He had the chance to,
he's a number two. Without a question, he's a number two, but I think in his mind, he's the number one.
He could go be the number one in fucking Sacramento or something. I mean, it's just...
And it might not be number one. It might just be the actual fit. You know what I mean? Like right now with his role with this construction of players. You understand what I'm saying? Because everything about Cat that we know is everything that it is about Cat. We can't you know what I mean? We can't try to make it seem as if he's a stellar player that we've already seen this kind of play out.
And I've been super critical, Matt. I've been super critical of Cat before he was a Knick. Now I'm not gonna shit on my team's players like that. But I can still admit, he's soft. He don't have that intensity that we need. And
like Kim said, he's clearly the number two and everything. But I just feel like we don't need him to be a 25 and 12 guy.
No,
you can settle for 20 and 10. And the other night against the Clippers, he had 7 dimes that really helped the team. But just, take a little bit less energy on the offense and just focus it.
You're big,
you don't have to be a good defender. Just try.
And the perfect example of that, is fucking Jokic, because Jokic, all the criticisms
night and day from 6 years ago.
Right, because remember, I used to criticize Jokic because he would put no intensity on the defense.
Motherfuckers would give Embiid the nod over.
But something changed to where Jokic, all he started doing was just using his body weight in the paint to just affect plays and shit. It's never been the most.
He was 80s worst nightmare.
Yeah, it was never the greatest defense, but all he's doing now is just applying his body weight to situations. And when you're a big dude, duh, you know what I'm saying? Duh.
75, that's pretty much what you got.
Yeah, disrupted a little bit.
But so let me give you this then. You said by trade deadline at the beginning of the season. But let's say he's not shipped out at trade deadline. They kumbaya it to the playoffs, and then they don't make it to the conference finals. They ship
if the Knicks,
yes, absolutely. And remember, the early season trade deadline thing is just like a prediction.
Of course.
In all truth, in basketball sense, you want the cohesion to come back, right? They were on a 4-game losing streak. You don't want
the team to be all fucked up leading into the
absolutely.
playoffs.
They just broke out of the 4-game losing streak, so there is no reason.
And they have chemistry too.
Absolutely.
It's not
without a question. You understand what I'm saying? That's a part of the prediction. You know what I mean? From early, but at the end of the day, hell no, not right away. You have to let those guys continue. They almost made it. You got to see what works. You know what I mean?
It was literally if Tibbs makes the adjustment that he made in Game 4 and halfway through Game 1, I don't think we're even talking about the Pacers.
And screw that. Listen, Jason Tatum is not there. Indiana is not who they were. You understand what I'm saying?
This has to be the year.
This has to be the year.
That's what I'm saying. This has to be the year for the Knicks.
Giannis is playing with a bunch of people he don't know. You understand what I'm saying? Besides Bobby Portis, you know what I mean? That he trusts. You know what I mean? So
out there doing windmill dunks.
Yeah,
On the
like, you know what I mean? So,
all right, so my opening take is I wanted to kind of branch into our Trae Young talk. I wanted to talk about the Bradley Beal trade. Because it's actually
it's crazy.
It's actually crazy what the Washington Wizards were able to do with that. So I'm not going to tell you how we got there. I'm just going to tell you the result.
Yes.
So the Wizards have successfully turned Bradley Beal into the following.
Yes.
Trae Young, Bilal. Don't even want to take a shot at his last name. There you go.
He's so bad with
Keyshawn George.
Keyshawn George.
Chris Middleton.
Yep.
Cam Whitmore.
Yep.
AJ Johnson.
Yep.
Malachi Branham. Ryan Rollins, who was waived, but that would have been crazy if they didn't waive him. Then they have a 2026 pick swap with the Suns, a 2026 Suns second, a 2026 Spurs second, a 2027 Warriors second, 2027 Bulls second, a 2028 pick swap with the Suns, a 2028 swap with either the Blazers and the Bucks, a 2030 Warriors first, and a 2030 pick swap with the Suns.
Yes.
So what this means is that the Warriors, yes, and with the emergence of Trae Johnson and Sarr, the Wizards are actually in a beautiful spot because they trade Bradley Beal exactly when they traded Bradley Beal. Because if they waited, Beal would have fell off a little bit more. If they would have done it too early, they probably wouldn't have gotten what they wanted to get out of him after giving him all that money. But
I no, if they do it the off season prior, they would have gotten more back. But still, because he had requested a trade and like asked for locations. So where he was going was limited and everything. They would have got more back, but still, for what they got, and turned it into what they got now.
Absolutely,
masterclass.
And it's still going to keep going because like some of these players could get traded. Like they could trade Trae Young in the off
Middleton's
season.
Getting traded at the deadline for sure. For sure.
Yeah, I think Sarr remains. So the young core, Trae Young remains. Everything else is up for grabs. Again, we already know. With Trae Young's $49 million, they had 140, like 110.
Yeah, they don't have no contract. They don't have no contract.
So like they straight. Like you understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, that was a slam dunk.
And that's why I loved when they got CJ McCollum and Chris Middleton because it's like they're gonna get traded midseason.
And Sarr hooping.
And everything that those two veterans brought to that team.
I said this is about to be a breakout year for Sarr. I saw that shit, man.
Good shit. But I want to talk about that so that we can lead into our talks into the Trae Young being traded talks. What was your guys' initial reaction to Trae Young being traded? Kind of happened quick. A lot quicker than I thought it was going to happen because I didn't even really expect the Wizards. I mean, I know I said the Kings. I was being goofy. But I didn't expect the trade to happen this quick.
Bro came out and said, yo, I want to be traded to the Wizards. Within 4 hours.
The Atlanta was like, all right.
The Wizards were like, us? You wanna come to us?
Yeah.
All right, yo, boom, boom. CJ and Corey Kispert, wow. Now for me, I was shocked there was no pick involved, but that just shows how either much the Hawks just wanted to get off of him, or how low the league is on Trae right now. And the Trae prototype player can give you crazy offense in strong bursts, but is negative on the defense, and you have to build around that. Those prototypes right now are not in the favor of the league. Like Ja's big on like one of those guys right now. What were you
man, y'all know I love y'all, man, but I got to do something.
Here we go.
I'm gonna break out some numbers that's actually on the head because all of this has been going on while Trae Young has been traded, right? So listen, lifetime 25-10 guy, right? Those are Hall of Fame numbers. Get the hell out of here, no matter what. Listen, number 2 since he's come in the league in these, you know what I mean, in metrics as it.
I'm sorry I'm giving you that look. I don't like Trae.
All right, now I know we don't like it, but check it out. Here's another thing. He is number 1 on being blown by as defenders on pick and rolls, right? He's number 1 in the league, worst defender in the league, right? But the other part that comes with Trae, guys, is that he is actually at 13%, a 13-point minus on defense on the court.
Yeah.
With that current constructed roster in Atlanta, right? So they were 2-8 or something like that.
We're talking about dogs and defenders around
him. Yeah. They were like 13-15 without him, or 15-13 without him, right? 13. But in the games that he's played with,
they were like what 2-10,
minus 13 points.
Yeah.
So the offensive part of Trae, I gotta love. I can't have a problem with that. if you can build something around him that is committed to the system, but the East doesn't actually play that type of basketball, that's the bad part about it.
You were just
You
talking
understand
about
what I'm saying? The East doesn't play that type of basketball. I think we get the same type of crapshoot, but we get a whole roll of new players, you know what I mean, who may try
I was going to say something, I was like, that's kind of nice, you know?
It's kind of nice.
No, pause, but
carry on.
No, but no, so you just strengthened the point I was making in general. It's like somebody like that, the offense, we all can talk about how great it is. He can get everybody going. That's what I think he's going to do in Washington. He's going to strengthen Keyshawn George, Bilal Coulibaly, Alex Sarr, all the guys you named. He's going to show Bob Carrington just how you should run an offense and everything. But it's just that team, the Hawks, is so good defensively, and they were a -13 with him when he was there. That's crazy,
and that's why
I will say Jalen Johnson is not a good defender either.
Yes,
but he's 6'10", 230. And his offensive bag is ridiculous. So, you would rather have a guy with size that can at least be comparable because of his size, rather than Trae, who's just
that's why I said it was over in Atlanta with Trae, because once he got hurt and they saw that they can actually thrive with it. And I don't want to say thrive because it's not like they dominated, but once they saw that they can hold their own, and that's the thing with Quinn Snyder is he's a team coach. He's not a superstar coach. I mean, he finally gets to go out there in Atlanta and put his coaching to use, because he's never been able to do that. Because you think in Utah, he had to, work around, the egos of Donovan Mitchell and Rudy Gobert, and it was always about putting the ball around them. And then he comes to Atlanta, it's always about, putting everything around Trae Young. Now it's kind of he kind of gets to actually coach, and it looks all right. And I'll go ahead. Sorry.
No, go.
Yeah.
No, all I wanted to say is now, why don't we now flip the conversation and now talk about Atlanta?
And then that's what I want to.
Let's talk about
before we dig
CJ
in.
Stroud, you know what I mean, with that core of guys.
Yeah, and
CJ Stroud.
I mean, damn, excuse me, CJ McCollum. Excuse me.
I thought you were going to make a point.
I thought you were about to make a crazy comparison.
No, but that might mean something. They got a game coming up.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyway.
But no, and my reaction to the trade, from both sides. One, I think this is a perfect spot for Trae Young. All the shit I was talking, I'll actually give an actual take here. I think, it's interesting because when it comes to Trae Young, I think this is I don't want to say his last shot at the NBA, but this is going to be his last shot to write history, to write Trae Young history, because the only way Trae Young is going to work out and also be a successful basketball player is if the offense is around him or he's like a sixth man. I don't think it works if he's deep in your bench. I don't think it works if he's not an important player.
$49 million still for two more years. He's not being deep on no bench or six.
And that's what I'm saying. But I'm talking about so for the rest of this year and possibly next year, because I don't think he's gonna.
He's not gonna decline that.
No.
Yeah.
That's why he chose.
Yeah, and when it comes to that, I think this is Trae Young's last chance, right, of doing anything productive. So, it's on the Wizards, and he's around a bunch of young players, and they can kind of form the team a little bit around him. So I don't think there won't be pressure. It'll be interesting to see if Trae Young's a dog, if Trae Young is truly meant, to be here in this position. He'll make this shit work. And I kind of at the same time, Trae Young has already busted up a lot of narratives in the beginning of his career. So, and knowing that and knowing what we know, I trust it. I trust the fit, Trae Young in Washington. Yeah. Now, on Atlanta side, the only reason I think they fleeced this trade is because they're getting rid of Trae Young, who had no part in their success, and they're going to get back C.J. Collum and Corey Kispert, who can immediately go in the rotation and immediately do shit that they need. And now C.J. McCollum, who can dish the ball, can also be put in good spots because of how, well Jalen Johnson's passing the ball.
Okay.
So all around, I think I like the trade for both. I don't like that report where the Wizards might not be planning on playing Trae Young this year. I don't see the point of trading for him if you weren't going to trade him this year. If you weren't going to pick. Yeah, but
But I feel like for the Hawks, I do like this. CJ, it was just more of a salary match. He's probably not going to be on the team next year, and if he is, it's going to be for a hell of a lot smaller dollar amount. And they needed shooters. He's a great shooter. Corey Kispert, a great shooter.
Yeah,
Corey
CJ
Kispert
McCollum
is on a good contract for the next few years, and he can just fit into that offense seamlessly. You let Nickeil Alexander-Walker cook. You let Jalen Johnson cook. hopefully Zachary Risachet can have a better second half to his sophomore year. Hopefully Porzingis can come back healthy. Maybe they dish him out. Maybe they keep him. And Dyson Daniels at two-way play.
Don't forget about O too.
Oh, Nakel Komu, he's goated.
Yeah,
he's been averaging like.
They got a lot of horses in that stable.
They got a lot of good players, and he said,
and I love their coach.
He didn't even want to try the name.
We leave the name shit to you, bro. That's our name guy.
But no, I like the team. I still see them being real middle of the pack and just sliding by for the rest of the season. But if they can really build something there, then I like it. And then like I said, Trae. They're gonna still want to be bad this year to keep that good pick. This draft class is loaded, so they're gonna want to get one of those top guys.
Now, speaking of draft classes, man, I love about this trade too is the history of the league, right? So we can look back at this Luka trade now. Both Luka and Trae have now been traded from those teams, so it's kind of like those discussions are basically done because neither player worked out with whatever team. I mean, granted, Luka went to the finals. Trae went to the Eastern Conference Finals. It was great for
5 or 6 All NBA first teams.
Yeah. So it was still great, but that draft was insane because especially when you consider Luka, the Suns ended up getting Luka's overseas coach and not drafting him.
Everyone thought he was Suns bound.
Yeah.
Everyone.
And they hired his coach just to not draft him. Never understood that. The Hawks drafted him and ended up trading him, for, the Luka trade. And then now both of them have been traded. So I think the history and the lore of that trade, it just keeps going. And that's why I love sports. All right, so the Steelers and Ravens, they concluded our NFL season. It's a little bit of old news, but I still want to talk about the game because it was a fun game. Seeing Aaron Rodgers, like I told you guys, Aaron Rodgers giving everything that he has left. And the Ravens kind of just fell on their face one last time this season. What was your guys' reaction to the game? What's up? Because I got a big take here, so I'll let you guys go.
Well, the crazy thing, I'll go right off and give you a quick hot little 30 seconds. The truth is that the Ravens actually had the game won.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? The Ravens had the game won. The kicker.
What a fucking ending.
Yeah,
man.
what a great. Crazy. I mean, look, to get the ball back, you know what I mean?
The Steelers missed their extra point.
You know what I mean? And that was really,
once
really
the Steelers missed their extra point, I was like, oh,
yes, like
fuck,
you think it's ball game, you know what I mean?
I felt bad for Aaron Rodgers. I was like, shit,
the kicker for Baltimore, 49 out of 49 on 50 yards or better, or 29 or 20 out of 29 or something like that all season, hasn't missed one, misses that one. At the end of the day, man, I think if you want to Baltimore season, Lamar was hurt 4 games or so, right? We didn't get a full season of Lamar.
Honestly, I think he was hurt the whole time.
Yeah, man.
He was not participating in practice.
He just tried coming back to salvage the season.
Yes, I have to agree. Lamar was not at his peak. The Steelers in itself, crazy season. DK Metcalf was actually suspended that game. So to actually...
it was mad funny after the Steelers won and he posted that Drewski meme of getting out of fucking jail.
Yeah, it's crazy. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, that was great. The late game heroics of Aaron Rodgers.
This is the first time I've ever liked the Steelers, I think.
Was kind of pretty dope. Also, a lot of the sound clips afterwards was great. So all good stuff, man.
Biggest smile I've ever seen on Aaron Rodgers' face in years, bro.
And
miserable ass motherfucker.
Yeah, a lot of positive talking. I guess to kind of go with the misery.
Because Aaron Rodgers he was a miserable ass motherfucker, man, and playing for the Jets will make that worse.
Even his last couple years in Green Bay, he was, but then with the Jets, every time he talked, it was with a frown.
Real dark.
And it's like, and they're saying this because everyone was expecting this to be his last year, and he's kind of like, I've enjoyed myself playing football for the first time in so long. I kind of don't want this to be my last year.
Just crazy.
But yeah, what's your?
So I fucking watching that game. I thought it was when you said the extra point, bro. I was sitting there like, it's cooked.
Even my wife was like, fucking. Even Deja was flipping out when they missed the fucking
I was
last
like,
kick.
oh yeah,
because it was there like. Lamar with the big fucking play, and then it was there. It was like, that could have been the start to one of the fucking storybook things we were talking about, the Ravens getting the playoffs, and then now they're suddenly a big-ass threat.
It's actually storybook for Pittsburgh.
Oh, yeah, of course.
That's what I was about to say. This was a storybook-defining moment. This game in general, whoever came out of it.
The perfect last game to a fucking phenomenal season.
Bro, we had the perfect first game ever. Or the first game of the season was perfect. Last game of the season, perfect. Perfect storybook for the season. So many fucking storylines to go with this season. I love it.
Just for a Jaguars-Bears Super Bowl. No.
Wow.
If that happens, I will smack the dog shit out of you.
Because
you just made you talked it into you talked it into
if they get to the championship games, I'm gonna be like nervous.
I'm even though he was pretty much that 1A 1B with Brady the whole time, and so I hated Aaron Rodgers growing up.
Yeah.
Nah, bro, I just love to see it, man. That shit was beautiful. That shit was great.
Made me want to cry seeing Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah,
cry.
I was like, that shit is fucking fire. The moments in that game were just spectacular. But pretty much Ken was saying most of what I was thinking, man.
I mean, it was just an insane, game. So I'll go into my take here. I think Ravens Steel. It was such. I have never felt that much intensity going into a regular season game.
Okay.
Before, there was that Steelers-Patriots game from a few years ago that ended with the catch, non-catch bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
But this is like the first game where I felt so much intensity from a regular, because you got to think about it. This could be Aaron Rodgers last season. This could be a huge Lamar Jackson legacy moment.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about both very famous, very prestigious coaches with their jobs on the line.
Mm-hmm.
We're talking about, the Steelers defense giving everything they have left.
Mm-hmm.
DK Metcalf not fucking playing. The Ravens are all over the goddamn place. There was so much going into it. And then the game, you could just tell, that first, half of, defensive football, it was tight.
Mm-hmm.
Every play mattered.
Mm-hmm.
But, at the end of the day, the Ravens lose again. And I kind of want to put a spotlight on that and talk about that. First and foremost, I will be talking about the Steelers later because they're actually in the playoffs. But when it comes to the Baltimore Ravens, man, I feel bad for Lamar, but I don't want to fully take the spotlight off of Lamar. And I'm not trying to piss you off with this take.
Okay.
But I do
love that he got to preface it.
This guy.
As much as
I got something.
Because the conclusion to all these games is normally not Lamar's fault. But I always feel like if Lamar did play just a little bit better, they could overcome those little ass mistakes. Like, for example, this game, obviously Jackson did everything perfectly. And the second half, everything was perfect in the second half. He only made 5 passing completions in the first half. I feel like if he played, a better first half, I don't even think the Steelers would have had a chance. But that's how the game goes. Steelers got a good defense. It is what it is. The game where Mark Andrews fumbles the ball twice. Lamar had his own crazy fumble. Tyler Huntley fumbling at the line had nothing to do with Lamar, but Lamar could have played that game. It was proven that he could have played in that game. And then obviously, Lamar had his own playoff struggles. But at the end of the day, it is indeed fucking ridiculous that the Ravens are never fucking prepared for these moments, bro. And that's not a Lamar thing. That was a Harbaugh thing, and I'm very happy he got fired. I was singing that song all year because I think it's fucking bullshit that the Ravens are never, ever, ever, ever prepared for the big moment. Okay. And that has nothing to do with Lamar.
Yeah.
Lamar can only do what he's there to do. But my thing is that kicker that missed the extra, I don't care what stats you pull up, this motherfucker want to get to the press conference and talk about, I knew I was missing that shit.
He said once it hit his foot, he knew.
Yeah, you knew he was missing that shit.
Soon as I kicked it, I knew I was
wrong.
And then that's the thing, Mark Andrews fumbling the ball last year and everything this year. When Lamar Jackson was injured, this team went to being the worst.
Can I just cut you off for 1 second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Please understand that the play that got him the 50-yard field goal was
Lamar Jackson.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right?
And that's why I said that's why.
But wait. You have to remember that football is calculated risk that sometimes yak is a part of is the anomaly out of the calculated risk, which is the play that is drawn up, right?
Of course.
Now, and that is done. That happens off of pure athleticism. You understand what I'm saying? But in these situations, it's not asked of the receiver, the running back, or Lamar Jackson to get anything more than what's actually needed for the next person to do their job. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying? That guy just happened to not do his job that day. You know what I mean? Now, I'm going to let you continue, but I also wanted to highlight, I agree with you about Harbaugh. So, you know what I mean?
And that's what I'm saying is they're never prepared for the big moment. They always get to the big moment. Like I said, Tyler Huntley trying to jump over it. What kind of fucking call was that? Huntley, just go fucking jump over everybody. And of course he's going to fucking fumble the ball. He's fucking Tyler Huntley. You know what I'm saying? No offense. I love Tyler Huntley. I love that he's a dog backup quarterback. But, and they're just never ready. They're a messy-ass football team whenever the fucking spotlight gets bright. And a lot of the times it's like somewhat Lamar's fault, but most of the time it's always a play or two at the end that no one's fucking prepared for. And at the end of the day, I gotta give Harbaugh credit because I don't want to say he made Lamar, but he gave Lamar kind of the platform to be who he wanted to be and be who he was and not try to change his game. It was very similar to Malone and Jokic over in the NBA. Letting a unique player be unique without kind of holding them back. But at the end of the day, it's like you won a Super Bowl back in 2012, 2013. And since then, it hasn't been inspiring because, again, Lamar, he missed, 4 games this year? And they were the worst team in the league. So basically, you were kind of asking a hurt Lamar to come back and be Superman, and he almost was. Almost. Very, 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 very close was he Superman. But it's just ridiculous. Like, Lamar goes out and you forget that you have Derrick Henry who could run for 100 yards. Just shit like that. Like, they would just refuse to run Derrick Henry, just refuse to do a bunch of shit. So that's kind of what I got for that take. I just think, it was time for change. Hopefully it's not too late. Hopefully, Derrick Henry doesn't go through his age regression. Hopefully, Lamar can come back next year after a healthy offseason and, they come back with a coach and do whatever they got to do. But if there's one person to look at, it was Harbaugh. And I think the firing should have happened, maybe a year or two ago. But it is what it is.
Yeah, Derrick Henry, 32. You're still going to have young Zay. You're still going to have Isaiah likely. You're still going to have, what I mean? Like, you're still going to have Lamar, you know what I mean? And that line.
But it was just crazy that, like, when Lamar went down, it was almost like they gave up.
Yeah.
Like, the defense became the worst defense in the league, which, that has nothing to do with Lamar.
Yeah, but that's what, like, star players provide.
Of course.
Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, star players provide a certain, you know what I mean? Bring a certain thing to the team, too. That is always going to be obvious when they're not there, but without a question. But at the end of the day, I totally agree with that. The only thing that I wanted to kind of hit after this was, like, I love what you spotlighted. Hey man, that game that we saw was against 2 of the longest tenured coaches who has been on a hot seat anyway in the NFL this season. So one of them,
and you could tell Tomlin's is like, I feel like Tomlin's ready to go.
You know what I mean? Like
his press game conference, he's ready.
Yeah, that's how he talks. You know what I mean? Like, he's always talked
more games.
Tomlin's like, damn, I thought that was it for me, man.
So at the end of the day, it's one of those things that one of them we're going to have to go. I think that Harbaugh, again, being unprepared, I would agree with 100%, but also seeing the older player and what is invested in the scrutiny that's been on Pittsburgh, you know what I'm saying? And how he actually still talks about Aaron Rodgers like Aaron Rodgers is 20 years ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's crazy, man.
Because it's my thing with these like storied franchises, like just suddenly forgot how to be storied franchises. You know what I'm saying? Like look at the Steelers, the Cowboys, and the 49ers. And obviously the 49ers are still making the Super Bowl here and there. They still push out great teams, but those 3 teams haven't won in so fucking long. And they are, besides the Patriots, our best teams that we got in like NFL history type shit. Yeah. And just their regression alone has been crazy. But this has been like the first Steelers team I've actually enjoyed in so fucking long.
Yeah, they've been they're the highest paid in the NFL, and they got a lot of scrutiny all year, and it's like they got it together at the right time.
Yes,
like real talk.
Yeah, I mean a little bit of luck that Baltimore was kind of as bad as they were this year. But I mean it's nice we just get to see Aaron Rodgers kind of one last time, just fucking do what he can, because that's what it was. It's good shit. Pittsburgh, it's a nice story.
Stories.
Yeah. But what other NFL coaching firings do we have? I know
Mike McDaniels.
Yeah. Yeah. That happened. Yeah. So
that happened yesterday.
Yeah. After it was kind of like not for sure, but it seemed like he was coming back. Like that Tua was going to be the subtraction, but now they're both gone. And I
got Pete Carroll, Raheem Morris.
Yeah. I mean
Kevin Stefanski.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll, I didn't understand the hiring, so I'm not like kind of moved by him getting fired. I just didn't understand why they hired him in the first place because I don't know what he was gonna do with Geno Smith and
he knew Geno. That's probably what fucked that up too. Yeah, it's because they probably didn't know of anybody else that would align with Geno because Geno wasn't supposed to look this bad. Geno was coming off looking good in Seattle for the past 5 years.
Yeah,
like you know what I'm saying. Like, so,
and it was almost like he went right back to Jets Geno.
Yes, I agree 100%. You know what I mean? Yeah. But that's what happened there. But yeah, him. Kevin Stefanski, we already know who was obviously playing with Shedeur Sanders' career. You understand what I'm saying? Got him out of there.
A lot of these guys, it came down to their front office. It wasn't even them. Like Stefanski's a a two-time, right? He's a two-time
Coach of the year. Yes.
And it's because the
Yes.
Browns traded for Deshaun Watson and everything has been shit since.
Yeah.
They're going to pin that on Stefanski.
Mhm.
The Falcons coach, like, I get it. He's not
and the GM.
Yeah, and it's not like, you know, the coach was the greatest coach, but it should have just been the GM. He's the one that fucking signed Kirk Cousins and then drafted Penix like a week later, and then, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's been a weird team. And who was the other guy that you mentioned?
Mike McDaniel, John Harbaugh, Pete
Yeah,
Carroll.
but Mike McDaniel with the fucking Dolphins, that was their 20-year, tenured GM not knowing how to fucking run a team. Like, that team that they had this year, did anyone really expect the Dolphins to make noise?
No.
Like, even, like, they were all healthy at the beginning of the year. No one cared about them.
Nope.
And that was not, like, Mike McDaniel's kind of the fucking reason that Tua is even a good quarterback right now because of how much he believed in him. And then the Raiders, like, why the fuck did they get Pete Carroll? Why did they put Pete Carroll in that position to begin with? But, you know.
And last but not least, out of all of this, John Harbaugh is actually most likely going to take the Miami job.
Miami or New York, yeah.
Yep, most likely.
Yeah.
Right.
What do you think about some of the firings and...
So yeah, I saw Pete Carroll coming. Mike McDaniels. If it was midway through the season we were talking about it, I would be like, sure.
Because that's what all the rumors were. Like, and he looked like he was just waiting to get fired.
Yeah, but
and then he got this random energy. They almost made the playoffs.
And so it threw me left field because I was just like, kind of came out of nowhere. Not out of nowhere, but like we just thought that was done. We thought the conversations that was over and they were just gonna try to run it back. Yeah. And that shit. Or run it back with him, but that was funny to me. The rest of them, I don't give a fuck about
me neither. The sneaky,
do you think
the only sneaky dope one I think is Jonathan Gannon out in Arizona because we know that, you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's another thing. Like, what was he supposed to do? You know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? Because we don't know.
If anything, I would like him because, like, Jacoby Brissett, like, this year, like, whatever.
But Kyler Murray basically refused
that's
to
what
play.
That's what I'm saying.
So.
And then my thing with, like, Jacoby Brissett is, like, he's never been this great quarterback, but this year he was giving you great quarterback production, and I would like to think that it had something to do with coaching. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. I think Jonathan Gannon, he'll find something. He'll find somewhere
he's definitely going to find
he'll find somewhere to land.
Sure.
Do you guys think anybody gets fired if they get bounced early from the playoffs? Do you think there's any coaches?
I mean,
I think maybe Bills.
Why you think they're gonna get rid of McDermott?
I think if they fail in the first round,
in the first round,
even the second round, I feel like something's got to change in there, and I don't think.
Yeah, no, I could for sure see that.
Well, yeah,
this is the year. This is the year that you guys got to make it to the bowl.
Yeah,
you got to. So
and they go to their new stadium next year.
Yes,
right.
Yeah. So yeah, I could definitely for sure see that. The rest of them, I don't really think so.
I'm sorry. Listen, I want the Eagles to go and win the Super Bowl, but I would not mind. This is gonna sound crazy. But I would not mind if the Eagles lost in the first round and they fired Sirianni. I'm over it. I'm over the Sirianni experience. Yes, it brought a Super Bowl.
Is such a weird Eagles fan,
2 Super Bowl appearances. Bro, Sirianni is so lethal. He is so lethal and toxic to the Eagles. He, like, hurts more than helps. Like, they win all the shit that they do off of talent. And I think I'm just over the whole Sirianni thing.
I'm fine if we lose in the first round.
Hey, the Eagles got their Super Bowl last year, and they got enough talent that I know like the Eagles can rebound no matter what. I'm over Sirianni, man.
Such a funny guy.
Like, bro, it's 2 weeks in a row. Like, you go for it after a shitty ass, scrutinized season. You go for a 2-point conversion up 16 against the Commanders who have Josh Johnson, and you're beating your chest there. You're yelling in the hallway, how about that after a 1-point victory over the fucking Bills? You're like, oh, they still talking, huh? Like, yeah, they're talking, bro. The Eagles still haven't had that game. That's going to get people to shut up. And maybe it happens in the playoffs. I have a good feeling it does, but I don't know. The Sirianni hurts the Eagles more than he helps. That's what I have for that.
I don't got nothing.
All right.
Yeah, I'll say I don't think there's anybody outside of the Bills that a loss in the first round
I don't
merits a firing.
Unless there's like a team that does so fucking bad.
No, you got to think. There's been 8 firings. Well, 6 firings, right? When you think about it. There's not that many coaches in waiting.
That
are good, right?
And these teams in the playoffs, you can't. And at this point, like all the coaches are going to be hired by the time
swapping. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day,
it's not like the NBA where fucking there's mad coaches.
Like
that
there's a
can
couple
just
of
slide
trees,
in.
you know what I mean? There's a couple of coaching trees.
Yeah.
Like, of course, they love Ben Johnson right now, Kevin O'Connell. Who wouldn't, you know what I mean? Like, he seems like the quarterback whisperer, so whoever he's close to, even though McCarthy had a shitty season, we need to see what they're going to do.
It would just be more or less they're trying to go get somebody's OC to be their head coach or something of that sort.
Yes.
And that's just already sticky situation to even try to get into.
So, quick question. What is your guys' greatest rivalry in sports history?
Single greatest?
Yes.
Oh, because I have a
Well, what's your greatest, big dog?
I
think I'll open this up because I have a definitive answer. I think the greatest rivalry in sports history is the Boston Red Sox and the New York Yankees.
That's one of them.
It's one of them, but they ain't done shit in 20 years.
That's fine. That's fine. Because the rivalry stretches all the way back to Babe Ruth, the Babe Ruth curse.
It does.
And then all the way through the Yankees were smacking the Red Sox, and then all of a sudden the Red Sox started smacking the Yankees. All the fights, all the passion. You got to go to a Yankees-Red Sox game to fully understand that passion too.
It's for sure the most historic.
It's one of those rivalries where, like, if you're a Yankees fan and you see a Red Sox fan on the street, you automatically think that guy's a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
You know, vice versa. If you're a fucking Red Sox fan,
I went and bought. I have this fire Red Sox hat, and anytime I wear it, because it goes with a few really fire fits.
Of course.
Yeah, and it's every time I wear it, it's just hatred
on site. Like, you know what I don't think
everyone who's my dog, these are my boys, immediately show hatred towards me, and I'm like, yo, it's just a hat, and it goes crazy with the fit.
Well, what you guys got though? I mean,
so I was gonna go for me personally. I'm going Lakers Celtics. If I was gonna go individual people, it's Bird and Magic because they went back to college for them.
Okay,
but I would go Lakers Celtics. Just because that goes all the way back to the 60s. Okay. Lakers couldn't get over the hump for year after year after year after year. And then eventually they finally win. And then you go into the 80s with the Bird and Magic. And then they die off. Then you go Celtics and Lakers with Kobe and Pierce. Like, it's just every few decades they come back and just have a war for 3 or so finals.
I love it.
2 to 3 finals. And it's always entertaining. And it always brings the rivalry back. But yeah, that's what I'm.
Okay.
Yo, I'm going with Muhammad Ali.
Frazier. I have it on here.
Old head take.
Listen, that shit y'all said was very basic. And no, I ain't gonna say basic. That's regular. We know that. Yeah. I'm gonna give you some data to also say it on how it was. We already know the political climate and the racial climate for culture purposes and background shit. They considered Joe Frazier to be the white guy's champion, Muhammad Ali to be too black to be everybody's champion, right? But they had a fight in the Garden. You understand what I'm saying? That took place in 1971 that pay-per-view was trying to rival right effing now. At that time, over 300 million watched the first fight. That happened in Madison Square Garden. Over 300 million people watched this fight.
Everyone involved with that,
TV and everything like that.
The fighters, the promoters, and everyone, they got paid.
Absolutely.
Oh,
this is how pay-per-view is basically birthed. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I know everyone was happy about that. The dude that first saw the number of 300 million,
it was the first super.
They fought.
I know that guy shit himself when he saw that number.
Yep. So they fought that time. And you know that it ended up being 2-1 Muhammad Ali. You know what I mean? 2 in the Garden, and then you had the Thriller in Manila. You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, for me, that is probably the greatest rivalry in sports
it's in my list for sure. It's actually the first thing I have on my page.
Like, it's crazy. It's crazy because I got the metrics. It's kind of crazy for y'all shit too, because you know at the end of the day, we New Yorkers, so it's no way. You know what I mean? Boston is down 13-14 us. You know what I mean when it comes to that, and Celtics own us for that 10-year lapse that we didn't have 43-31 in the Celtics-Lakers shit. You know what I mean? But they shit is too old. Ours is mad current, so that's what I love defend it with.
For a funny one though, funny rivalry.
Ben Simmons and playing basketball.
That's crazy. Jake Cutler and Phillip Rivers. Them motherfuckers hated each other on the field for no reason when neither of them was doing shit.
Yeah.
I thought that shit was hilarious.
Jake Cutler was the most he was the most hateable guy that didn't do anything to be hated besides being the Bears' best quarterback.
I got one more funny one too.
Okay.
John Cena versus the Spirit Squad.
That's funny.
John Cena versus the Spirit. All right, so what I want to do is I want to go through the NFL playoff games. I don't want deep analysis of each game unless we have like a disagreement. Then we can debate. I'm just gonna give you the matchup, and you guys got to give me the winner.
Okay.
And real quick,
cool.
why you think they're gonna win.
Copy.
So first one's the easy one. First game, which is why I understand why it's the first game. This game will already don't spend any time on these at all because these games will be done by the time the episode comes out. So Rams, Panthers.
I'm going Rams.
Yeah.
They're my favorite the whole year, pretty much. So I'm just not gonna change Bill on them.
I'm going Rams. I mean, I do feel there is slight potential that the Panthers can upset the Rams. I think it's just because the Rams are coming in on a losing streak, and the Panthers have house money. They're just
for sure. They're glad to be here.
Yeah, they're just happy as hell to be here.
They ain't even 500.
I mean, it's dangerous. I can see like Bryce Young having one of those games that he's had every now and then.
Just don't do it to spite me, please. Like, just don't.
Yeah, no, because Matt made that take at the beginning of the year.
I made that take last season.
Yeah, like that Bryce Young. Ever since Matt made that take,
he's been getting better. He's been getting better ever since.
Bryce Young has no place in this league.
Yeah, nah. 2 years ago, I was talking crazy on him. Last year, I was talking crazy on him. Beginning of this season, I was talking crazy on him. He's been doing his thing, and I'm still gonna talk crazy on him. Fuck you, Bryce Young. Nah, I don't think you. I don't think you fit, man.
Packers, Bears.
With the Packers injuries and stuff, it's interesting, but Jordan Love's still playing. It's not like he's gonna be out or anything.
It's at Soldier Field too.
Okay.
You going Packers?
I'm going Packers.
Okay.
Yeah. Packers, easy money for me.
Yeah.
I think that the cardiac bears are real. Listen, I think the cardiac bears are real. I think that Caleb Williams is real. I think that at the end of the day, these fourth quarter minute comebacks, if all is done well, you know what I mean? It'll be more significant than him being able to stage something like that. But at the end of the day, this is a rivalry that is old as America, as old as football. You understand what I'm saying? Like,
as old as America.
Literally. You know what I mean? Like fucking Green
dudes
Bay
in 1776.
Like this shit.
Old as America is interesting, but
it goes back. You know what I mean? Yeah. So at the end of the day, but I think that right now, I love what Ben Johnson has done, as we were just talking the last segment about coaching trees and stuff like that. But right now, man, listen, man, I gotta believe in Jordan Love. You know what I mean?
Of course.
And the actual proving of Matt.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'm going with the Bears. I just don't think it's gonna be like either which way. I don't think it's gonna be an easy game for either. The Packers are hurt. Jordan Love is hurt.
He's playing.
He's playing, but he's hurt. They got they don't have their tight ends. They don't have players on their defensive side. They got some offensive linemen that are injured. But I do think the Bears are just barely going to get by. I think it's going to be a bad game, and I think the Bears win. I think the Bears win by like a field goal or something. Like they just barely squeeze it out like they have all season. But all right, so the interesting ones, the Bills and the Jaguars. This was a tough one for me.
Like I said, I think the Bills need to go all the way.
Yeah.
So like, I just got them just based off sheer like will of like they've got to put it all together and beat them. And I just believe that they will. It is what it is.
Yeah, so
Jags are interesting though.
So listen, man.
Interesting, man.
So listen, this is where the rubber meets the road, America. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
America.
I believe that.
Oh shit.
I love Josh Allen. I think that he is top 3, right? But I also believe that the Jaguars and Duval are playing great football.
Crazy
complimentary second half. Listen, QB playing lights out. You know what I mean? I actually
5 touchdown game, 6 touchdown game,
and actually running 1 or 2 in per game in that total as well. You understand what I'm saying? Like, it's kind of crazy. I saw a little viral clip where he was actually getting squatted. You know what I mean? A lady in the bar was squatting him. No, literally. Like, she was squatting him. It was mad funny. So listen, man. Right now, call me crazy, but I'm going with Trevor Lawrence and the Jags right now. I think that,
bro, this second half, I would not be shocked.
Just for this game. Just for this game.
They
you understand
put it together, man.
Yeah.
I just can't see, bro, if the Bills don't make it to the bowl,
you want to hear the
something's
crazy thing?
Gotta happen.
Can I tell y'all something crazy? If we look at offensive players for Jacksonville and the offensive players for
Jaguars, they don't got a team. So, like, I get it. I get why people should be going against the Bills. because Josh Allen's support is minimal this year. So I get it.
But Josh Allen's
a motherfucking dog.
And that's what I'm saying. But like, this is the thing is like, if and I was gonna save this take for later, but like, if Josh Allen is this big MVP, game breaker, like game decider, like big dog that he is, he's gonna have to find a way without all these other dogs in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? Like, or else it's like it's gonna be another year where it's just like, oh, you know, he didn't have anybody. It's and it's just like, I don't know, man. I think like if people are gonna call him the best quarterback in the league, he's gonna have to get it done in situations like this where the road is a little bit easier.
I agree.
But at the end of the day, Ken brings up a point, and it's just like for me, the Jaguars, it's hard to ignore. They're coming into the playoffs with the momentum. They have the energy and the chemistry. They all love each other. They all want to run through a wall for each other. Liam Cohen has that team, like, you know, Duval. You know, love that guy. And it's just like everything just seems too good right now for Jacksonville. I have Jacksonville winning this game, but the Bills should make it to the Super Bowl. If you guys want to put those, if you guys want to say Josh Allen is everything that you guys say he is, they have to go to the Super Bowl.
I agree.
If not, he's we can't say he's number one. Top three still, of course, but I can't give him the nod at number one.
I mean, it just, you know what I mean? Like, this is sensible. This is no AI talk or nothing. It's just very sensible. You understand what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day.
Sports are a game of runs.
Like, listen,
really literally. And the Jaguars are on a fucking
they're on that, like, playoff, like, right time, right place type of shit.
And it's not just the runs. It's the cohesion of the unit. You know what I mean? And what is expected. Like, even if the cohesion of the unit is good with the Buffalo Bills, right? The star talent or level of those guys on Jacksonville is actually a echelon higher. 100%, you understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, bro, I believe that Trevor can do the same thing that Josh can.
Oh, yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But not in the clips that we see Josh do it, because Trevor does like to sling it more than that. But he will run it. He is as
Trevor
big.
Just makes a lot more mistakes.
Yes, and he is as big, though, and can do the same thing.
Listen, man, if you ever seen
you know what I mean?
Titan, man, that's sunshine right there. He get the ball out there.
Yeah, man.
He done that thing.
Yeah, like so.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, with Trevor Lawrence, I'll never count him out.
Yeah,
just because, like, he was the, like, you didn't really see a talent like him coming out of college.
Like, coming out of college,
as NFL ready as he was,
everyone was like, "Yo, he's about to change."
Everyone wanted him out in 1 year, but he had to play the second year. But yeah, so San Fran, Philly. I got Philly. Yeah, I think Philly's gonna wake up.
Yeah, we can just move on.
Yeah. I really think Philly's gonna wake up and dominate these dudes.
I love San Fran. I love what CMC should have been doing, but it's just like.
I tried to get people crazy and shit last week. Nobody bid it though. But
this might be the game for me in the NFC where whoever wins this game, I feel like is gonna go. Because like I think if the Eagles win, they'll have their confidence, they'll have everything back, and I think they'll start dominating teams. If the 49ers win, I think that'll give them an insane amount of momentum that they'll carry and carry and carry. But all right, so the Chargers Patriots. This was hard for me. Because it's like you're talking about Harbaugh's experience, and Justin Herbert has been to the playoffs a couple times, but you got the juggernaut of the Patriots, but they have Baby May, who might choke under the lights.
They have baby everybody. Their whole team.
Well, what you think?
Except
for
Vrabel.
Diggs.
Except for Vrabel.
Yeah, except for Diggs, they're all babies, man, and that's not an insult.
But Diggs has a lot of babies.
He knows how to take care of them babies. I'm going the Patriots.
Okay. All right, what you think?
That's because they're my team.
Yeah, I mean the Patriots are hosting. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Gonna be a Sunday
Chargers
night matchup.
in the cold.
You know what I mean?
I got the Patriots too.
Sunday night matchup. You know what I mean? So 3 amigos, easy money.
Yeah, I think like
fight across the board.
When it comes down to it, like I was worried a little bit about experience, but then you remember Vrabel.
No, you can't use that right now.
Yeah, and like when it comes to Vrabel though, and what he did with those Titans, like he's coming in with a lot of playoff experience.
Like the game is in their elements too, with them being prepared.
And I don't think
understand what I'm saying. Like,
and I don't think Drake May is going to be a guy that succumbs under pressure easily. I think there will be a game where he kind of stinks and people will be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah.
But if you think about this whole year, like he rose to the occasion when the pressure started coming onto him in the second half of the year. He rose to expectation. Like the MVP pressure, he's continued to perform well, and I think he locked down MVP. possibly, maybe.
Yes.
We'll
Okay.
see. And then at the end of the day, the Bills were one game behind them almost the whole way. They didn't sputter.
And then listen, this is the playoffs. It is only about this game.
Yeah.
It is only about this
17 games prior do not mean shit no more.
It is only about this
I think
game.
this will be my favorite game because you think of the coach. Well, I love Texans Steelers, but when you think of the coaches and everything that's going to go into this, it's going to be a chess match.
That's why I immediately was like, nah, the experience, I don't believe that. Only in this matchup for these two teams. Second year for Harbaugh's coaching with Justin Herbert, first year with Vrabel, and the actual
and that's the thing for the Chargers,
that they run. You know what I mean? It's pretty much the same.
What we've been saying about the Bills and how they need to win because Mahomes and Lamar and them are not in it. I would say the same thing for the Chargers, man. Yeah. This is like a perfect storm for them. Where if they can get out of this matchup, I'll believe in them a little bit.
Yes, that's the flip side. That's the great side of the conversation because he is deserving. Justin Herbert is he's playing through injury and everything. You understand what I'm saying?
And this is one of those times, for Harbaugh and Herbert, I don't think it's going to be not as easy it is right now, but if they can find a way past the Pats, I mean, shit, they're up there.
Yeah, the Pats.
And then you got Texans Steelers.
This one was rough for me because I love the defense from
Houston. I want both of these teams to win. I love the
defense from Houston. C.J. Stroud ended up fucking... Hey, you shouted him out when you meant C.J. McCollum. Maybe it was for a reason. But
I'm happy you brought that back.
I love the Texans, man. But Rodgers is ready.
He's doing the whole run and leap with the fist in the air.
Rodgers is ready.
Yo, tell me that's not an old head ass move, just running and just. What are you doing, bud?
That's a superhero.
That's like the 60s, 70s,
catch him in the midair. That's man. Rodgers is ready. I'm going Steelers, but it hurts me to say because the defense of Houston has been everything.
Insane.
It's been everything. And I just love
C.J. Stroud. They built a juggernaut over there, man.
I love C.J. Stroud. Oh, I'm going Houston. I lied. I switched it up last minute. This was the one game where I was all over the board thinking about it.
And that's the thing. So I'll say this first, and I have to be consistent with my takes, and that's why I'm saying this. The winner of this matchup for me is going to the Super Bowl. And the reason why I say is because at the beginning of the year, if you guys remember, I said that the Texans would be in the Super Bowl. That was my pick to go to the Super Bowl. It was a wild take at the time.
You did.
I just believed in what they had. I believed that they would rebound. I don't like their O-line, but I think their defense is that nasty. But also the Steelers' defense is nasty, and that's what it comes down to. And we made that little take with the Steelers' path and how I think they could go to the Super Bowl. And I think this matchup decides it because if the Steelers get past this, man, we're talking about high momentum, high feelings in Pittsburgh. Everyone's gonna be fucking dancing. They're
gonna be on one if you.
They're having home games. I mean, this is a home game for them already. And then if Houston wins, they got their fucking defense. They got everything. And I think it's gonna be a close game that's gonna come down to just one drive. I think, and I have more faith in Aaron Rodgers and everything that he brings to have that one drive. I mean, last game against the Ravens reminded me and showed me that Aaron Rodgers still has something left to give, and it's not just going to be him being a game manager and making it through. He found a way in that game. I think he'll find a way in this game. I got the Steelers.
All right, Cam.
Yeah. Okay. So I think, and I'm gonna go to my notes real quick. First and foremost.
No, I'm just playing.
I'm being real because I only wanted to look up. So, Steelers is 4, Houston is 5, right?
Yes.
As it pertains to the standings, right? To be truthful with you, I want to ask y'all a question. Across sport, because I hate to hear y'all teetering, you know what I mean, when y'all make old head jokes, that makes me think even more, right? What the fuck wins championships?
Defense.
All right. Okay. So how do you say defense, Houston's defense, Houston's defense,
I changed it to Houston.
And then say Aaron Rodgers is on 1. Aaron Rodgers is 1. A defense is a collective that travels, and that's why they win championships.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying?
My thing about this, Pittsburgh has a defense.
Pittsburgh giving my take. Excuse me.
Pittsburgh has a defense.
Nothing at all that has anything to do with elite rushing from the front 4 like Houston does, which puts way more pressure on Aaron Rodgers than what can be applied to C.J. Stroud.
Okay, I mean, but when
in the butt, you can answer that.
I mean, and I can answer that. They both have fucking fantastic defenses.
I said front fours that get to quarterbacks.
Okay.
Pittsburgh's is not sack heavy.
But Houston doesn't have a line to protect C.J. Stroud.
That's
so that
not
doesn't
what
fucking
I just
matter.
Asked you. You didn't answer my question.
Yes, I did.
No, you didn't. You just said, but Houston doesn't have a line to protect C.J. Stroud. I asked about
which means that the Steelers are going to get to C.J. Stroud just as much as the Texans are going to get to Aaron Rodgers.
All right, so what me and you going to do, would you like to make – all right, I like Houston in this. Would you like to make a bet?
Fuck, bro, because I just said one of these teams is going to go to the Super Bowl whoever wins.
Make a bet.
How much we talking? I guess I'll entertain this. For you guys,
No, this is going to be – we're going to bet off camera, but would you like to make a bet?
Sure.
All right, bet.
Sure.
All right, I like Houston because of what both of y'all
But that's the thing, though, is like I like both.
Because of defense, I like Houston.
Because like
and I believe more in the youth
of
C.J. Stroud and their core.
Talk to me about the Steelers' defense then. What do you think about their defense?
I love Steelers' defense. Okay. I think that they're a bit older, though. I think that they're a bit older. I don't like them as much as I like Houston's defense.
Thomas just fucking almost crashed out. Thomas almost crashed out. So say, come on,
crash out.
I just gave the chem reaction that Kevin did.
I love this.
So one thing I want to say before we move on, we don't have to rank the teams, right? We just talked about them.
Yeah, we just.
One thing I find interesting, right? It was a little tidbit that I came up with is that the Seahawks and the Broncos are the number 1 seeds, and I want to give them a little love real quick because you think about let's go 3 years ago. Right? What did we think about Sean Payton and the Denver Broncos, right? We thought Sean Payton was kind of like past his ways, because Russell Wilson was out there, just doing a whole bunch of nothing. We thought Sean Payton didn't have a place in this league, right?
Yeah.
What about Sam Darnold 3 years ago? We also didn't think that Sam Darnold had a place in this league.
Turnaround is crazy.
So the fact that those teams are number 1 seeds, I think, is pretty interesting. And another interesting thing about it is they're both Russell Wilson's former teams. Fuck Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
We built the football side of our podcast based off of our hate for Russell Wilson, me and Bill. So it's funny that it's
New York.
It's full circle. Just wanted to mention that.
You're just a hating ass bitch.
Damn. I'm deleting that.
Oh.
It's like that.
So is Russell Wilson built different? Did we already have him on one?
Yeah, I think we said no.
Okay.
Yeah, because we did him and Marshawn Lynch.
Oh, we definitely said yes.
We said no to fuck Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
But he's like, yeah, man, I had a torn hamstring. I didn't tell nobody. Like, I honestly, did you guys think that was bullshit?
What?
When Russell Wilson said he had the torn hamstring in that game against the Cowboys.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this motherfucker Russell Wilson threw for like 400 yards. Ain't no one doing that on a torn hamstring. I'm sorry. He had no limp to him.
And
nothing.
If you did have a torn hamstring when that happened, clearly it didn't affect you enough for you to bring it up.
Yeah, and if you had a torn hamstring, it would have went.
You're gonna throw for 600 yards without it,
and it would have went from torn to torn off the fucking bone.
Yeah,
because of all the shit Russell Wilson had to do in that game.
That shit would have looked like some ribs.
Yeah, because it wasn't like some no bullshit game. That was Dak and Russell Wilson had like one of the games of the year that day because their defenses were so ass. Bring your NBA topics to the table. What you guys got? I don't got nothing for this. I wanted to hear what you guys had on the basketball side.
So one take I'll give real quick because I have a few things written down, but I want to start off with a take.
I just killed the mic.
I think they might not even make the offs, but I think they'll make the playoffs. I think, bro, if the Cavs is another first-round exit, they are honestly, if they don't fuck that, if they don't get it together, they're trading one of the two of their 4 big players at the deadline.
I feel bad for Donovan.
I'm more or less saying if they get booted in the first round again, I think Garland and Allen got to get the fuck up out of there. Need to get the fuck up out of there. It will. I'm saying it will happen, not that it should happen. It will happen. That because they're underperforming like a motherfucker. I don't want to hear that Max Strus was injured or this. No, I don't want to hear shit. They are dog shit this year, and it is sad because Donovan Mitchell is fighting for his life out there, and Evan Mobley, he's playing on par from last year, but he just hasn't taken another leap.
And he's never going to take that leap as long as Jared Allen's there.
Yeah, I feel like Evan Mobley should be a center.
Because you need Evan Mobley to like the only progression that he can make at this point is being more inside the paint.
I feel like he'll sauce up some centers in this league, and he needs to be a center. Yeah. And with Jared Allen there, just clogs up the lane that he wants to go on.
And that's why I said in the offseason, I don't know why they didn't just get rid of Jared Allen, tell Mobley to gain a little bit of weight, and start becoming more of a center. and they just ain't do that. And now they're kind of stuck with this weird
I think
ass.
Garland and Allen got to get the fuck up out of town.
Yeah, and the only reason I feel bad for Donovan Mitchell, I know I come at his inconsistencies a little bit, and he hasn't made a conference finals and shit. But at the end of the day, it's like, look who he be playing with. Like, bro, he played like Rudy Gobert was his, big partner. Back when they were, playing for the Jazz, and like Rudy Gobert would get broken down by Maxi Kleber. Like, what? You know what I'm saying? Like, any stretch big ended Rudy Gobert, and now you got this mess with Cleveland. And I think they were gonna trade Darius Garland until he like broke his toe or whatever. But yeah.
You on the same boat of it all?
Yeah, hell yeah. Like, the only thing I got different is
it's just unfortunate because it takes away one of the strong.
And it's what Ken was saying.
Yeah.
The East is experimental. That's really all it is, because this was a big experiment. Donovan Mitchell going there. But anyway, what was you saying?
Hey, they got him to resign, which I was shocked at.
Yeah.
But
yeah. I just got some notes on Houston, man. I think they're giving a master class on modern efficiency.
Oh,
they are.
You know what I mean?
KD looks so comfortable.
They don't rely on volume, 3-point shooting. And the craziest thing out of it all is they fucking lead the league.
Yeah.
In offensive efficiency. You know what I mean?
And that's kind of why I said, like, they don't.
Versatile.
That's why, like, that take I made that you guys kind of didn't like with Fred VanVleet earlier this year, I didn't think it was a huge loss. Because their offense, like you said, is still moving very efficiently. They need someone to pass the ball a little bit, of course. I think every team without a point guard needs that. But
luckily they have a few guys that
good shit bringing that up. Yeah.
Luckily, like, Sengun will go out there and get assists.
Yeah.
Fucking Thompson will go out there and get some assists. Reed will go out there and get some assists. So, like, it's not one guy getting 10. It's like 3 to 4 guys getting 5 to 7.
Yeah.
So it still works the fuck
different.
out.
It's different basketball.
Yeah, it's different basketball, but it's cohesive basketball. It's
Ime Udoka is such a good
When it goes
coach.
down to the end, they know that they can trust Sengun, KD, Thompson to make the right plays.
Thompson?
So, yeah, I meant Thompson. But, I love Houston ball. That shit is beautiful. I love it.
Good shit bringing that up.
I hate it, but I love it. Another topic I want to bring up is man's on his final year of his rookie contract. He's going into his max contract next season, and he's having arguably the worst season of his career.
God damn.
And he's supposed to be this breakout star, and I still got mad faith in him. But this man's efficiency this year has been plummeted. And I'm not talking about face value efficiency. His 3 has, but his actual in-depth metrics, Paolo Banchero's numbers have been cooked this year. All his advanced metrics have been fucking down a hill. And I don't know if it's because you bring in Bane and somebody like Anthony Black gets a way bigger role, and so it's just like you're getting less of your own options. But take away that Nets game where he was just fucking going, him and Yegor Demon were going shot for shot. Take away that game. His shot efficiency has been cooked.
No.
And he's about to go into a fucking rookie supermax. So, or like off of his rookie contract into a fucking first supermax. And I don't know if he
is worthy,
has the IQ right now to even be worthy of that.
What do you think about that?
And I love Banchero, man. It hurts.
Yeah.
Man, 6'10", 260 fucking freight train, but just can't shoot a J to save his life when it matters. What do you think? Am I just overblowing it?
No, I think it is what it is. Shit, man. I mean, he had a game winner the other night.
Yeah. I said take away that game. That's one thing I said.
He had that game winner the other night, man. The only thing is that, like, I think that his role has,
look at that ball dance.
you know what I mean, has fucking diminished, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
No, yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yo, man.
My fault. That's crazy. He about to cook.
Nah,
bro.
I'm so sorry.
He's like, damn, man, you need some Jetty Craig. It's like, just start tweaking. Nah, I mean, my thing with Paolo, though, is like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not convinced on Paolo yet. He got a lot of talent. I just think the thing with Paolo is he's not calculated. He kind of just plays the play. Yeah. Like there's no like. That's why I brought it feels like he's out there without a plan. Like he's just doing whatever.
He's just letting the game come to him, but not in the right way. He's just going out there and just.
Well, and that's why I said, like, I think Orlando. If there was one team that could have benefited from actually having a point guard, it would have been Orlando.
Because I thought Anthony Black could be that guy, since Suggs clearly can't.
Yeah,
but Anthony Black.
They use Tyus too, bro.
Huh?
They use Tyus too, though.
Yeah,
but I mean, like I feel like they like, and I get it. Suggs is great on the defensive end. He's a good, 3-and-D player. So you need him in the starting lineup.
He just went down. Suggs just went down. So for me, I think that it's just listen, man. They got a collection of pieces that haven't played together a whole long time yet. While that young core is growing up, I don't know. Sometimes I don't know, man. I don't want to argue, but I don't agree with Paolo's IQ. I think that Paolo has a great mid-range game that still has to develop further out. You know what I mean? Like just out. You know what I mean? With the people that he has. Like I think that's what happens. You get lost it looks like you're lost when you infuse more players when you're already the lead player. Right. You understand what I'm saying? Because now
it's your job to incorporate.
That's the same shit that we were just talking about with fucking Karl Anthony Towns. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like he's now playing different basketball and looks worse because of how this coach orchestrates his offense. Do you understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, sometimes players, it takes a while for shit to like catch up. I don't think that.
That's why I asked, am I just overblowing it right now?
I just think it. Because I love Banchero, the numbers are the numbers. You understand what I'm saying? But I think that overall, it's taking a while for that shit to catch up. They paid the King's ransom for Bane. You understand what I'm saying? Like they did a lot for that. You know what I mean? And then got Tyus for the backup because Jalen Suggs is I'm in before there was an I'm in.
I really wanted that headband choker.
Like he literally can do, you know what I mean, anything. He's a threat to kind of get a triple-double just because he's willing to play defense, willing to get rebounds, pass, you know what I mean, whatever. So but it's wild that they can't get any sustained like cohesive. I don't think they're a bad team, but they don't got shit coming at all either.
I'll say coming into this year, everyone was
That's why the Knicks got to take care of fucking business.
It's the Knicks.
This is why the Knicks got to take care of fucking business.
They have to.
Yeah, they're young enough to figure that shit out.
It's mad funny, Cam. Every time I gotta like look through this plant to look at you, it's hilarious. No, that's good. Oh. It's hilarious. No, I just wanted to mention how funny it was.
Yeah.
I'll say before we started, this shit was right here.
I actually do have an NBA take.
Huh?
Who do you guys think Zion Williamson coming into the league? You know the comparisons: LeBron, Jordan,
Barkley, Sean Kemp.
Right. What do you? Well, people.
Zion did not have a single Jordan comparison.
Well, he had the comparison of like he's gonna come in the league and do damage and be one of the GOATs and shit like that.
Yeah, but I'll say his only comparisons were LeBron, Barkley, and Kemp.
Basically, what I'm saying is like he came in the league with an insane amount of hype. What do you guys think his comparison is now? Granted, he still has a lot of talent. He's still very, very skilled.
Still got a lot of time, a lot of talent.
Yeah. Let's cook you guys with this.
Now you see, you're gonna go retarded. Sorry, I don't know if I'm allowed to even say that, but you're about to go stupid with it. I still think he can easily be at a Sean Kemp trajectory, if not higher.
Okay, what you think, Cam?
I think he's between Sean Kemp and Charles Barkley still.
Okay,
like as far as like where his career could.
I mean, Sean Kemp didn't compare to Charles Barkley in any kind of way, though, bro. Like,
I'm just saying,
like
because those are two comparisons
in real basketball. Like, you know what I mean? Like that short amount of time that Sean Kemp was, you know what I mean, Rain Man and getting the oops from Gary.
No, I know they're not.
And Charles Barkley's career.
Yeah, but Barkley's a top 15 player of all time, arguably top 20 player of all time. Sean Kemp's like top 70.
I think that he can be
in that range.
He can be in the Sean Kemp range.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Okay. Because he's literally this generation's that. You understand what I'm saying? Because he has the highlight reel dunks that aren't supposed to be human for who he is and all that kind of shit, but not much else when needed.
He clearly shouldn't be the leader of the team. Sean Kemp had Gary Payton to fucking lead the team and shit. Anyway, who are you about to cook us with?
Yeah.
Quagmire.
Please shut the fuck up. Son said, I have an NBA take for y'all. Actually, after saying he had no NBA takes. And then... And then where did you get that? And then
I generated it through
AI. If you can see, zoom the fuck in. Sean Kemp, fucking Zion Williamson in a Quagmire fit. And then made a fucking segment off of it. I don't want to hear shit from this guy no more. Get the fuck out of here.
Bro, you didn't see the shit that came out recently?
Fuck off. That shit just, son said Quagmire.
Well, bro, because he be fucking anything that walks, bro. Like, Zion's a freak out here, bro. You saw the shit that came out recently?
No.
Bro, it's another chopped-ass OnlyFans woman with the fakest butt you've ever seen again. Like, Zion's into some shit, man.
Zion a freaky boy.
don't play basketball, but he giggity.
Giggity, but this dude just got me.
All right, so let's get out of here. Give your flowers to a team or player or whatever you want. Who's your different shout out of the week?
Okay, so I was going to start off. We already mentioned him because I didn't even see the segment of firings way up higher in our notes and everything. Mm-hmm. So I was just going to say, shout out fucking Mike McDaniels for keeping the Dolphins in purgatory the last couple of years and just making them a laughing stock. Okay. Not as far as because they were bad, but you were entertaining as fuck. I will say that. Mike McDaniels, entertaining motherfucker. Mm-hmm. And then just the chaos around and your reactions to it made it beautiful. Shout out you for making something fun out of the Dolphins.
Why the fuck is our take so alike? I mean, it's different, but it's alike. I want to hear
Go since it's alike.
Yeah, it's
mine
alike.
Is Jerry Jones, because, thank you, Jerry Jones, for keeping the Cowboys. What the fuck? I mean, my shout out was Jerry Jones, because, recently he's been in the media just, talking about, I'm going to keep this entertaining. I got to win the most Super Bowls before. Mind you, this guy's 83, talking about... Damn. He's talking about I want to die as the owner that had the most championships in NFL history. Mind you, he's 3 behind the guy he has to beat.
Yeah.
So that means Jerry Jones is locked into this until he dies. Mm-hmm. There is no Jerry Jones getting off of the fucking horse. It's Jerry Jones until he dies, and it's probably his son.
Motherfucker gonna be in that skybox one day, and they're gonna fucking pan up to him, and he's just gonna.
And he's gonna be there in a hospital bed with oxygen up to him,
they're pumping that shit for him.
I mean, I think with Jerry Jones, it's literally been, he is the reason why the Cowboys have not won in 30 years.
He is their GM.
I mean, they were lucky to win their 3rd Super Bowl in the 90s after they fired Jimmy Johnson for no reason. After they won the 2nd, just because Jimmy Johnson wanted more credit for the wins.
And he said, "Gotcha, bitch."
And then in the early 2000s with the Cowboys, when they had fucking Bill Parcells, and he fired Bill Parcells because Bill Parcells wanted more credit.
Yeah.
It's bro, just do you care about winning or do you want the credit for almost winning? It's fucking nuts. But we'll see what happens, man. The Cowboys, they have a big off season ahead, it's a very important off season for them.
Get Dak some fucking help. What you got though, big dog?
Get him some help for real though. No, real quick, man. Shout out to the real NBA young boy. No, the NBA's young boy, right?
Okay, all right. I was about to say,
NBA young boy.
We're ending this episode with NBA young boy.
Real quick, I'm sorry, Cam. Real quick. Why the fuck was NBA young boy posted up in the studio with Hannah Montana the other day? Sorry, I saw that and I was like, this got to stop. Keep going. My bad.
Peace. Have a good weekend. Thank you again. You know what I mean? Close out.
Who's the player?
I don't know, man. That nigga just threw the shit out of me with that one.
He said, shout out to the NBA's young boy and just left it out there.
I was trying
whatever y'all perceive.
I was trying to load that shit up. So anyway, man, shout out to the NBA's young boy. I don't even know what the fuck, bro, threw me off like a motherfucker. But anyway, man, shout out to Anthony Edwards, man, for scoring his 10,000 point last night in the win and becoming the 3rd youngest player in NBA history to score 10,000 point at just 24 years old.
I didn't even see that.
The NBA's youngest to reach 10,000 points people are LeBron James with 10,000 at 23, Kevin Durant at 23 right after that, and then Anthony Edwards at 24.
And Kobe
Bryant is 4th, just 45 days older than Anthony Edwards, you know what I mean, on the birthday time.
And that's impressive because Kobe got off to a slow start, too.
Well, but he got drafted super young. So
one thing I will say on some shit, though, is that this generation got to see 4 of the greatest scorers in NBA history. Yeah. Real shit. This is something that kind of didn't even take place until now. You understand what I'm saying? So this is an amazing, pretty dope feat and pretty dope shit to be walking in. Shout out to Anthony.
And is really young. He can break a lot of fucking records.
I didn't even fucking know that he hit his 10,000.
Yeah, Anthony Edwards and Devin Booker are 2 players I would look at. If you're looking for someone in the future that's gonna break some stat accumulation records, I would look at Devin Booker.
Booker's only still 20,
and he's 10 years in the league.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
I think Devin Booker's 30 now, y'all.
Oh, did he hit 30?
Yeah.
No, he's not 30.
But he
bet something else. We could do this shit on camera.
No, but that's fine.
Bet $100 right now.
I will say, comparing to the older generations of basketball, one thing.
What?
You would have lost.
29, October 30th. Okay, so we got one more year.
Okay.
See? All right,
Shit, that would have been an easy 100.
October 30th, yes.
Damn.
All right,
But
29, yeah.
one thing I will say that differs from like the older generation, a lot of those guys did multiple years in college.
Mhm.
So like a lot of these guys, like LeBron and Kobe, they came right out of they came right out of high school.
Mhm.
And then KD, they only did 1 year. Fucking Ant only did 1 year. But like some of those guys did 3-4 fucking years in college, and then came in and became monsters in the league. But that's they got 3 years.
If Michael Jordan never got his college experience, I don't think he would have been the GOAT. Because wasn't he would have came in raw.
Yeah, his
shit.
second year his second year in college was like defining for like who he was about to fucking be. Real talk.
Mm-hmm. He went as a freshman and then had to understand.
Yeah, but when he was a freshman, he was under fucking
because like when
so it was like. He was that second, the 1A, 1B type shit.
And don't take this as me saying that LeBron didn't work hard, but like when you look at the comparison of LeBron and Jordan, like Jordan's was like hard work and grinding through it, and LeBron was more so natural talent, born with it, destined for it. But yeah, I mean, anyone got any other takes? Or we out of here?
My fault, Cam. I didn't even mean to do that.
Oh yeah, don't do that. Don't do that to Unc. You already know not to do that, bro.
The fucking gonna say some fucking Hannah Montana.
Hannah Montana, NBA
I was sitting there and I opened Facebook, and
bro.
the first thing I see was NBA YoungBoy in the stew. I'm not saying Miley Cyrus. She had the fucking blonde wig on.
Yeah.
I thought it was Hannah Montana.
I thought it was AI generated. It wasn't?
Oh, I don't know.
That falling for AI?
No, I just seen it and closed it. I was like, this can't be happening.
No, yeah, because I saw it on Facebook and I just kept scrolling. I was like, I'm not invited. So we chose not to invite it in our lives, but we invited onto the show. Okay,
that's what we're here for, baby.
Fair enough. But with that being said, we hope you guys enjoy the episode. There's not another place where you're gonna get the best laughs, hottest takes, and everything different. Make sure you guys visit our website, differentconversation.net. We have a lot more on the way for you. I know I say that every time, but we're plotting and planning. It's paused, but it is coming. I mean, get on the train or get the train ran on you.
Well, I guess
all that good stuff. Shout out Singapore. You guys, our fan base in Singapore is like going fucking insane. So shout out to you guys. Stay with us. And yeah, that's really all I got. Have a good day, night, whatever, man.
Peace. Peace.
And we're talking out. Yo, that was fire. That was nice. That was really nice.
I'm getting tight.
That was.
I need a water, bro. I gotta go find a water.